Welcome to Let Black Women Speak on It podcast. I'm Whitney.
And I'm Ta'Cha.
And we're going to be discussing the topic of building back up the Black family with today's episode 6 on how to rebuild the Black family. So, rebuilding the Black family, I say we'll start with communication. You know, a lot of times we separate ourselves from some family members because, you know, he say, she say stuff, or we feel somebody's doing better than the next person. But if we communicate and we help each other and build each other up, it wouldn't be as much separation between families. And that's a major problem within a Black family for sure. Separation.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say healing. I would say each individual doing your part and healing, getting the therapy, working through your emotional issues. If you're depressed, if you're angry, if you're mad at somebody, um,
Mm-hmm.
working those issues out because with the Black community, we always collide because unsaid issues, unsaid animosity, unsaid feelings,
Mm-hmm.
um, grudges, unforgiveness. So I
Yep.
would say healing individuals, like each individual in the family would have to heal, you know, and forgive and let stuff go.
Right, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have structure in the Black family. You know, it's too many single parent homes. A mother cannot, I'm not going to say a mother cannot raise a son, but a woman doesn't know what goes on inside a man's mind, you know? So on that part, you're not raising him and building him up the way he needs to go as a woman. He needs that
Absolutely.
guidance from a man. And you
Absolutely.
know, that's the problem with the Black community. We don't have enough men in the homes, you know, because a kid growing up, they need balance, that mother and that father, especially when it comes to discipline as well. They need that balance there. You know, even co-parenting, the parents need to be on terms when it comes to disciplining a child.
Absolutely.
You know, that's something that I've been having some issues with myself with my child, but that's something that's very important. Yep.
Yeah, it's it takes a village. It's a reason why it takes two to make a baby. It takes two to raise a baby. You need that masculine and you need that feminine to balance
Right.
out. You know, I love the Black man, but it's mainly something that you guys are gonna have to do diligently, like work on, like y'all gotta just stop randomly sleeping with women. Like if you can see
Mm-hmm.
having a baby with this woman and raising a child with this woman, don't sleep with her.
Mm-hmm.
I was just out hanging out last night and I ran into a guy and he just randomly like you want to sleep with someone. I'm like, you hug people you don't know, like you try to like you don't know me from a can of paint, and
Yeah.
like just live in the moment. Those
People
type of
don't
men
care.
create this imbalance that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Single moms. If I was naive, of course I would have went on like, okay, let's live in the moment. But being a grown woman, I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's consequences
Mm-hmm.
to being in the moment. So,
Exactly.
um,
Exactly.
you
For
end up,
sure.
I'm going to end up with a baby, and
Mm-hmm.
you going to
And
be
he
living
gonna
6
keep on
months,
living his life. Exactly.
yes, with another woman, and then I'm
Exactly.
stupid. So raising a baby that
Yeah.
by myself without that balance. So
Yeah.
it's just for men, like y'all gotta stop. Like
Yeah.
stop just having relations to have fun, to get a piece of pleasure, because we are creating this major imbalance in the Black community that's keeping us down.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, like, men, work on discipline. It says in a good book, If it's good to be single, but if you do not have self-control, it's good to marry. Marry. If you can't control your sexual desire, get you a woman, and that's what y'all do. But you hopping around, multiple women making, having 10 to 15 different baby mamas, broken home over here, broken home over there, broken home over there, broke. Just,
Mm.
just that's breaking down the family, the black family.
Yeah.
So, and then women, y'all gotta ease up with the disrespect, trying to break a man, taking money from a man,
Mm.
talking down on him, give him his
Mm-hmm.
honor, give him respect, call him king, give him compliments. Like, he's already got so much pressure from the world on him.
Right. Right.
So give him a sense of pride, give him,
Mm-hmm.
let him know that he means a lot to you.
Yeah.
I call men kings, and a lot of men, they like that. They're like, I like that. I like that, because it builds up their self-esteem,
Right.
it makes them
Yeah.
feel worthy. So,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, balance out. If you got something to correct him about or something that you have an issue with, balance it out with nice, gentle words like, yes, King, you are so amazing. I love you. You did an awesome job when you did that, baby. Like, men need that. They need that
Mm-hmm.
just like you need it when you at work. You like for your boss to say you did a good job today. You're
Mm-hmm.
proof. So men need that too, and I think with women of color, that's what we need to work on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just being more cheerleaders for our man. Like, baby, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you. That's my baby. That's my king. Giving him
Mm-hmm.
great titles. Like, I used to call my husband the great honorable king. Like, I used to boost his head up. That's
Yeah.
just that's just what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, everybody that knew us knew, like, I was crazy over him. I just lifted him up on this pedestal because I wanted him to know that he is important, that he,
Mm-hmm.
as the man, as the pillar, he is life. Like, and it's not you being stupid, it's not you being naive, it's just you
Yeah.
loving your man, admiring your man. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a major step in building back up the black relations. And it can
Yeah.
stop a black man from running off to other cultures, because those, the Latino and Hispanic and a white woman, and even the other Asian and African women, a lot of them they were raised on love, and we was
Mm-hmm.
survival. So
Yes.
have to heal from that survival mentality and start
Mm-hmm.
being loving. So, I heard a black man tell me, he was like, I want the same love from my woman that I get from my child, that she gives to her child. That means
Yeah.
the way that we always encourage our baby and love our baby through whatever, not being naive and taking so much, like him cheating on you, burning you, doing all that. But still at the same time, he wants the type of love that you give your child. Like, I love you.
Mhm.
You always telling your kid, good job, baby. That's what he's saying. Like, I want that type of love. Like, and I got it. I was like, okay, that's deep. That's deep, but I comprehend it. Like, he wants us to be his cheerleader, be his MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say for black women, we need to heal mentally.
Yeah,
I know
most definitely.
a lot of the abuse emotionally comes from men breaking us and using us and manipulating us, but at the same time, we
Mm-hmm.
heal and not treat every man like that first man, and then do our part. Our part, even if a man is a F boy, I still say yes, king. Even like if a man try to argue with me, like, oh, if I'm not giving him his way, like I was talking to a guy briefly that I met at a grocery store, and he wanted to meet with me, but I knew what his agenda was, and I was letting him down, but I was letting him down respectfully. And I was just like, yes, king. And even when he tried to argue with me, I was like, I don't argue with my kings. Like, it was so much love there. He just had to respectfully fall back. Like,
Mm-hmm. Right.
respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you letting me know you setting your boundaries. Like, you're not crossing that, king. But I'm not gonna talk crazy to you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna build on the breaking of the black man and the black family and the relationship between us, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna cross those bounds with me and disrespect me or hurt me and in ways that I would have accepted when I was 21, when I was 17, when I was 16.
Right.
But I'm
Right.
not that woman anymore. I am a woman now. I'm not a girl no more. So I'm not
Exactly.
accepting. So I would say that even when you let guys down, queens, do it respectfully. It says you can catch more bees with honey or more flies with honey. You get what I'm saying? Like, do stuff gentle. We need to learn to be more gentle. We are, and it's because of what we've been through and what we was raised in. I think black women have came to be a little bit aggressive when it comes to
Very.
men.
I think a lot aggressive. And that's mostly because we having to raise these kids by ourselves.
And
We have to figure it out by ourselves.
we're operating in the masculine, and we need to
Mm-hmm.
bring it down
Mm-hmm.
and get back into our feminine. And when you do it, how
Mm-hmm.
grandma did it. Grandma did it with grace. She would cut somebody up. She would check somebody, but she would do it just like this. Honey, what you're doing ain't right. You need to go sit down. You're gonna weep with yourself. And it'd be so loving, but it was so sharp. You get what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
just need to pick that back up. We need to be able to correct, redirect, but with love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would say, as women of color, we need to work on our personalities, being more polite, being more gentle, being more consistent, being more
Yeah.
cheerful, being more honorable, being more respectful to our kings and our kings. You guys need to learn to work on being more patient with us. You
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that we're healing too. Just
Yeah.
like we're being patient and dealing with you guys' inconsistencies, cheating, not being able to play your role as the quote unquote stereotype as the provider or the head. And while you're adjusting your bearings, you have to be patient with us as we adjust ours, because it's a balancing act and we're both trying to get in balance. So I would say, uh, steps to building back up the black family is bringing the mother and the father back together and
Yes.
getting back balance. And once we bring the mother and father back together, then the kids, it's all going to fall in place for sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. The structure is most definitely needed.
yeah. So,
Yep. And making sure that we're teaching our kids life skills,
yeah,
before they go out here in this world, teaching them how to find jobs, apply for jobs, investing, all those kind of things to help build structure,
yeah.
you
So when they
know.
go out and find their families, even if you are a single mom,
Hmm.
you're going to have to, like, I take my son to the oil to get his oil changed. I'll take him to
Hmm.
go meet a mechanic, even though his father died. So it's not
Yeah.
like, I was blessed. My king always was there. Even when my high school childhood baby daddy lost his mind for a second. Uh, my husband, I met him when my son was still one. So none of my kids until now ever been without a father. So, but he always showed them things in the stages of the ages that they were in. But now that he left while my boys were, teenagers, I have to do the things that he would be showing them, like, you know, um, the oil changes and the auto, going to the auto stores and
Hmm.
doing different things of that nature. Um, Women, we got to do that, no matter what happened with the father. If he's not in the picture, we have to show them the things, and then if there's uncles, brothers, cousins, males, you have to step in too and start helping out these single moms, because you got to understand your nephew, your cousin, he needs that, because he will be out here and he won't know what to do as a man position. So when he gets with a woman, she's carrying all the weight because this man, he's not equipped. So women, we just have to make sure that even if we're single moms, we have to equip our men, and then being good role models for our daughters.
Most definitely. Yeah.
not bringing men. I don't bring men around my kids. I don't date. I might go out, say hi, bye, have a couple conversations, but I'm not dating, because I'm really focused on myself. I want to show my
Mm-hmm.
kids how to take care of yourself before you try to add somebody else into the equation. So
Right.
what
Most
I'm doing,
definitely.
I'm living by example.
Mm-hmm.
So man, don't be having all the men around your kids. Like your kids see you if you dating a new man every 90 days. They see you if you always out at a man's house. Like your daughters are picking up on that. So just be very cautious, when you're a single mom,
Yeah.
you know, because this is building back up the black structure, the black family. Like we all got to do due diligence to make sure that we're doing our part to get the balance back in. Um,
Right.
sure. So,
Yep.
um, there was something I wanted to read.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the black family in Greenwood district. It's
Mm-hmm.
connected to our last episode, but it all plays hand in hand.
Yeah.
Um, This is a black community, Greenwood, nickname AKA Black Wall Street. Here's a little information on it. You guys can dig deeper in it on yourself. But it says Greenwood is a historic freedom colony in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As one of the most prominent concentrations of African American businesses in the United States during the early 20th century. But basically, when I read the article, because I don't know where it came, but where it went, but it
Uh-huh.
says many of the settlers were relatives of Native Americans who had traveled on the route of the five civilized tribes among the territorials. Others were descendants of people who had fled to the Indian territory. Many black residents were also from various Muskogee Spanish people speaking people, such as Creeks and Seminoles, with some have been adopted by the tribes after the Emancipation Proclamation. White residents of Tulsa refer to the area north of the Fresno Railroad as Little Africa. The success of black-owned businesses there led Booker T. Washington to visit in 1905 and encouraged residents to continue to build and cooperate among themselves, reinforcing what he had called industrial capacity, and thus securing their ownership and independence. Washington highlighted that he had directed the creation of a 4,000-acre, totally black owned district on the edge of Tuskegee, under the supervision of C.W. Green. To models Washington's version, it was named Greenwood and formally organized in 1901. The Tulsa community was formally organized the year after Washington visit, 1906, with the name Greenwood. By 1921, it was the home of 10,000 black residents. Greenwood Avenue in Tulsa was important because it ran north over a mile from Fresco Railroad yards, and it was one of the few streets that did not cross through both black and white neighborhoods. The citizens of Greenwood took pride. Listen to this, guys. The the citizens of Greenwood took pride in this fact because it was something they had all to themselves and did not have to share with the white community of Tulsa. Greenwood was the home to thriving black commercial district, whose many red brick buildings belonged to African Americans, and thriving housed thriving businesses, including grocery store, banks, libraries, and much more. One of the
Mm-hmm.
most affluent African American communities in the country, leading to its name, Black Wall Street. So basically, once we get that structure of building back, once the mother and the father come back home and we start back building back up that family, that's going to lead to the black community, because
Mm-hmm.
we funded Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. They
Yep.
didn't need tax dollars. They didn't need the government to fund them. Black businesses funded the churches. We funded all the community organizations, all the non-for-profit. We
Yeah.
don't we funded that we I don't know if you guys ever watched the Walker story. What is the lady, the billionaire lady? She's on Netflix. What's her name? CJ Walker.
Oh, Madam CJ Walker.
Madam CJ Walker.
Uh-huh.
If you watch that show, it shows you how she got her funding by other black billionaires, millionaires, thousandaires. Like that's how our ancestors did it. But if you can pay attention, the families was together. The fathers
Mm-hmm.
was in the home. The mothers, they were married. They had families. They were working together, building their businesses. If the wife knew how to do hair, the husband would do the marketing. He would go out and do the footwork. If the husband did the thing, she would do the marketing and tell the women, and the women would tell their husbands. It was a family affair. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how we're going to build back up the black community. That by building up the black community, we have to build back up the black family, because
Right,
the
right.
family is going to be the foundation that
Most
builds up.
definitely.
So it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that men of color, if you're serious about wanting to do your part in the black family, start back marrying black. Start back by working on relationships with your previous baby mothers. Even if you guys are not together, you can
Mm-hmm.
still co-parent to the point where whatever you need, I pull up, I'm there, I'm there. Women, don't be so quick to put them on child support. Now, if he's just a deadbeat and he just refused to do anything, there, you have no other choice. But if he's
Mm-hmm.
trying, give him wiggle room. If he can't be there financially, but he can babysit, allow that. Don't be so greedy where you like, well, my girlfriend gets $600, so I want $600. Don't be like that. If you know he can't provide, but he can babysit, he can pick the kids
Mm-hmm.
up from school, work with him before you get the government involved, because that divides. That divides right there, because he feels like you're a burden, you keeping him down. So I would just say, as women and men of color, we have to work on the relationships between each other. Um, Work with your baby mamas, apologize to them, try to build back up those relationships, build back up the relationship with your kids. If you've been a deadbeat dad, go to your kid, tell your kid, like, I was young and dumb. I apologize, but I want to start right now. Whatever I can do. If I could just cut your yard, if I could just go in the backyard and chill with the kids and give you and your husband 3 hours to yourself. If I could just take the grandkids, whatever you, it's never too late. Because once you're
Mm-hmm.
done being a parent, you're a grandparent. Pick up where you left off. Don't get in this woe is me, it is what it is state. Like,
Yeah.
we have to do our part to build back up that structure. And it starts with building back up the black family. So this subject
Mm-hmm.
right here is the most important,
Yeah.
because we cannot build up the black community or Black Wall Street if the black family's not together.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
We can't be hating on each other either. We're never gonna get nowhere.
yep, you got to
You
stop
know?
hating. And
Most
for
definitely. And that's the
if
major problem. That's
yeah,
one of the major problems. One person might not want to share somebody else's business information or whatever because they feel they don't want that person to do better than them.
yeah,
Well, we're never going to get nowhere if you keep thinking like that.
no, no. We
Yeah.
gotta we gotta be like the other communities. The Asians work together. They work like ants. They cold. Like they build, they structure is so
Hmm.
organized, they orderly. We gotta
They
make
like
like
top secret, honey. That's what they are. They top secret.
the white folks, they organized too.
Hmm.
The Africans, they somewhat, but it's a lot of greed and the back door
Yeah.
over there too. But
Yeah.
somewhat they are. Arabs, they somewhat too. Um,
Hmm.
we gotta get right, blacks. We gotta, I mean, Native Americans mixed with African American, because that's what we are. We're Native
Yeah.
American mixed with African American, and some of them some of us are mixed with European. So whatever you want to call yourself. You want to say you're average, because some of y'all are aboriginals mixed with African and Native American. So whatever it is, whatever your
Mm-hmm.
culture, whatever you identify yourself as, you just call yourself Black, African American, whatever it is, it's all the same thing. You're just a mixed race. Um, so I would just say, get that structure, that Black family together, the mother and the father. We gotta build back up those relationships, and then build back up the structure. It starts with healing, respecting each other, not hating
Yeah.
on each other. Family, mothers, don't be hating on your daughters. Fathers, don't be hating
Mm-hmm.
on your sons. Uh, we gotta heal the toxicity in the family. Like, you
Yeah.
have to consciously not be jealous. If you got a sister that makes more money than you or smarter than you, congratulate her, clap
Yeah.
for her. I know
Don't be
you're good.
plotting on your family either. That's
Yeah,
another thing.
and here
Sit
you
back watching and plotting on your family.
yeah,
Like
that's not doing it.
that's some sick stuff right there. But yeah.
Yeah. Sitting there hating, plotting on your family, praying for their downfall, wishing for their downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happened to them, you smiling like, see, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
told you. I told you.
yeah. I don't
What?
like ugly. I always think you all that. You'll fall. You will fall. That's jealousy.
Yeah. That's
That's
that
jealousy.
negative stuff. That's
That's no,
nasty.
that's jealousy. That means you
Yeah.
was sitting watching this person so hard, and you was just praying and hoping that they don't make it because you ain't made
Mm-hmm.
it. We can't be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot in the Black community. Or you see somebody coming up and you kill them. That's
Yeah.
Missouri. Like, I don't know if y'all know, like on the West Coast, like when I talk to Californians and people on the West Coast, they call Missouri misery. They say y'all mindset is y'all don't want to see another person prosper. They
Yeah.
that's what Californians and West Coast people think of Missouri. And guess what?
Yeah.
I can't say they a lie.
I can't either. Just
When
from
when you
experience,
say
I definitely can't say that's a lie.
when I talk to West Coast people and they be like, "Where you from?" I be like, "Missouri." They be like, "Misery." You from Misery? He was like, "Yeah." They don't like to see people be like they don't like to see nobody else get ahead. When they see somebody else get ahead, they go. And I'm like, "Yeah, it ain't
Mm.
no lie. It's no lies. It was
It's
no
not
lies.
at all. And it's so
I
sick
couldn't.
to
It's
me.
not like I'm not taking up for my city. Like, it's true. Like, if you like, when somebody see you doing good, they'll go find something. They'll try to label you a snitch. They'll try to, like, set you up. They'll try to rob you. They'll secretly, like, it's just like, it's so envious. They will find
Yes.
things to try to make you look bad. And it's just like, that's sick. You will go
Yeah.
create a lie, go create rumors,
Yeah.
instead of be like, they winning, they been on they stuff. You gotta go find something like, yeah, I heard this, I heard that, instead of just saying like, yeah, they been getting it. And I seen that, and that happened to me and my husband. I was like, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's that's bad. When you get to the point where you winning so much, you doing so much, and the people that ain't doing so much, they start spreading lies and rumors. You like, that's that's a level of hate and envy and jealousy that you just have to walk away from.
Most definitely.
You
That's
can't even
crazy.
adjust that. That's
Mm.
something that's more like a mental. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Most
you
definitely.
like now you are mentally, something's not right with you mentally, because
Yeah.
now you're creating lies. You're creating rumors. You don't even know this person. You don't even know what you're saying to be true. You have no evidence to back down your statement, but you're
Mm-hmm.
spreading it, feeding off of it, and that means you're mentally like something. So when I see that, I'm just like, I can't do nothing. You gotta heal. You know what I'm saying? Because something is mentally not clicking in your head. You know what I'm saying? You got
Mm-hmm.
some loose tools or something. Something ain't right. Because you shouldn't get to that point. But they say hate turns into jealousy, and jealousy turns into it's a saying where malice,
Yeah.
where it goes to stages. Like if somebody,
Yeah.
if they don't heal, like it'll get
Hmm.
worse. It'll get
Yeah.
worse, and it'll get to the point where the person want to kill you. Like the story of the coward that killed Jesse James.
Mm.
He's so envious of him. He wanted to be like him so bad to the point where he got up on him. If Jesse, because Jesse didn't separate himself. You know what I'm saying? You have to separate yourself. When you have somebody that's so jealous of you that they clapping at your downfalls, that they spreading rumors on you, if you don't get away from them, they will kill you.
Most definitely.
So you have to. That's why I'm 1,000 miles away. I'm like, yeah, y'all haters. I can't do nothing with y'all. I had businesses y'all didn't support. But as soon as you hear a little negative gossip, that's a lie. You spread it like wildfire. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, y'all
That's
haters.
those miserable people.
That's
Most definitely.
miserability. You're a hater, and I
Yeah.
can't dance with you no more. Cause now you like you gone. Like we past return because I can't coexist with you. Because I've learned when love is no longer being served at the table, I get up.
Most definitely.
I'm up. I'm outie. Like I love my town, but the people down there, I just feel like I grew. We grew apart.
Hmm.
I want to go. I want to keep doing this, and y'all want to keep doing this. Like y'all want to just keep smoking and having sex and talking about the good old days when niggas was selling drugs and driving on 22s and all that.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to build black wealth. I'm trying to educate our children. I want to build. And then what they do is, they think they white. She act white.
Hmm.
Why is black excellence, being intelligent, wanting more,
Hmm.
wanting to be white? Why that can't be? I want better for
But you
myself.
know what? When they say you're trying to be white, they see something good in you. Because, some people, they think white people are, quote unquote, the perfect people. They got it together. So when somebody say, oh, they trying to be white, oh, she got her stuff together. She thinks she better than somebody else is basically what they're saying.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah. And
it's
that's what
just
I dealt with.
sad.
I dealt with that for 10 years. Me and
Mhm.
my husband, when we first got married, it was so much hate, so much jealousy, so much envy, so much backslash. We left and we moved to the West Coast in '09.
Mhm.
We stayed for about 8 months, but then my grandfather died. And we was like, man, we don't want to be away from our family. Something happened to our family. So we came back and we started businesses. But through that whole 8 to 10 years, there was no support, constant gossip, constant hate, constant jealousy,
About your
constant
relationship.
relationship, businesses, everything that we could do. Even when we did positive,
Yeah.
family was still negative. So it was just like me and my husband, it really told on my husband. With me, I don't care. I don't really let stuff bother me. But on
Yeah.
my husband, he just like, no matter what I do, people still ain't happy. I got
But the
married, I
thing
settled down,
is, it ain't
I
about making
settled down,
other
I went to
people
church.
happy.
Like I joined the church. I did everything I was supposed to do, and y'all still Tasha, Diesel. It's like you will, no matter what good things they do, you still looking for bad. Yeah, back in the day, they used to do this. They used to be fighting. They used to be this. They used to be that. So basically, when they grew from that, you you still gossiping on the phone. Hey, yeah, but I remember she used to do that. Remember he used to do that. Yeah. Oh, they just front. Yeah. It's like misery.
Yeah.
That misery. That's what they call
Basically.
Missouri. Misery. And I just couldn't take it. After my husband died, I was like, I sat there for a second, and people like, man, get you a job, just start over fresh here. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I already know y'all negative. Y'all miserable. Y'all to the
Mm-mm-mm.
point y'all already see what I'm capable of and y'all hating on me. So now y'all gonna try to kill me. Y'all gonna try to set me up. I can't build no best restaurants or businesses here. I tried to. I tried to hire a dude to fix my food truck. A local
Hmm.
dude. Girl, he ended up running off with the deposit money.
And that was here in Kansas City.
Yeah. So girl, I ended up not even, it was only a couple grams, chump change to me. God always blesses me. I'm blessed. So it was chump change to
Mm-hmm.
me. So you know what I did, girl? I just went, bought a brand new spanking new food truck, gave my dad the old truck, and just cut ties with Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't, I can't even do business with black businesses because y'all so miserable. Like y'all, like I try to bring money and work with my community, but how can you work with somebody when they gonna rob you?
Right.
Or they gonna try to do some snake stuff? Are they gonna try to get
Right.
over on you? And it's
Right.
like I can't. Like I try. Like I try to spend money in my community. I try to put my community on, but
Right.
y'all so miserable. So
Right.
it
Man.
goes back to the beginning of the video. You gotta heal. You gotta heal. You gotta stop stealing. You gotta stop plotting. You gotta like, yeah, when we was little, we all used to do that because we was kids. We was from the projects. We was from the jets. Well, I wasn't from the jets. We was from the slums. You know, we was from the hood. So yeah, we all was stealing and doing that. But once you hit your 20s and your 30s, you shouldn't be doing that no more. Right? You should have learned by now that stealing is not a
Mm-hmm.
good trait. Now I understand when we was young, yeah, we hit a lick, we'll sell some drugs. You know, we do a little stupid stuff because that's what everybody's doing. But if you still doing that at 20s, 30s, 40s, you need to heal and you need to grow up.
For
Like
real, for real.
you're a part of the problem.
Yeah.
You're the reason why the blacks we not in balance. So I would say we gotta stop stealing from each other, we gotta stop hating on each other, stop plotting on each other. Missouri, y'all gotta get some happy energy, man. Y'all need looking out for each other, building
Most definitely looking out for each other, honey.
building in the back, man.
Yeah.
So that's all I really got for how to build back up the black family. And it's everywhere though. It's in Chicago, it's in the South.
Most
Stop
definitely.
stealing from each other. Stop lying. You know, if you have churches and stuff, be honest in your dealings. You got business, be honest in your dealings. Yes, if you make a mistake, just reinvent yourself, do it over again, and be honest
Yeah.
in your dealings. Um, just get back on track. Be honest, for people can trust you. If the community give you the money, use that money for what you say. If you say you're gonna use that money for the community for the youth, put the
Yeah.
money towards the youth. Not a new Benz, not a new Cadillac, not a mortgage on your house, not a mortgage on your Bugatti. Like use the funding for what they gave you the funding for. Like we got to stop being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop being so materialistic. You know, like Yeezy said, Kanye said, like Yee said, whatever his new name is. You know, he changed his name. What is his new name? Yee, Yay.
Girl, I don't even know. I don't even keep up with that fool. I
Yeah,
don't.
like
It'd be
Kanye said, man,
crazy.
we enslaved to brands. We're enslaved to brands.
Yeah.
Don't. You're not gonna catch me with no Gucci, no Prada, no Louis V. Like my cars, I buy regular basic cars. I can have $50,000. I am gonna go buy a business.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I had a large lump sum or multiple large lump sums, I go invest it in my cleaning business, in my online store, or my food truck. When my husband left me some money, I went and bought a business. I didn't go buy a new Camaro, a new Challenger. This is what the black
Right.
community do. New
Want to
Jordan.
show out.
I'm not in Kansas City. I give my money, my 10% back home to Kansas City. I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
my part. You know, even though Kansas City don't show me too much love. But the elders do though. I get prayers, I get motivation, I get support from the elders. Shout out to the elders back home. I love y'all. You know, the youngsters, y'all gotta stop hating. You know, I am
Mm-hmm.
who I am. You know, God chose me to be a wise, powerful young woman. You have to get on the side of me and study trying to pull me down for we all can get there.
Yeah.
Um, and that's how we gonna win. We gotta stop hating on the ones that go off to college, that start businesses, that do things major in the community, that's throwing events. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
start supporting their events. Like
Right. Right.
who's starting podcasts, who's doing positive things. We have to get behind those people and support those people instead of pulling those people down. And
Right.
that's the only way we're gonna win. We got artists out there, like celebrities, poets, actors, musicians. We gotta start, even if we don't listen to their music, buy their album, download it. You
Yeah.
know, you ain't gotta listen to it. You just download it for the support.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I do that. Like I don't even listen to it. Like if like authors, like dudes that I grew up with, they'll send me a
Uh-huh.
link like, hey, I wrote a book, go buy my book. I go buy it. Even though I ain't gonna read it, I'll still buy it. Cause just like I'm just supporting,
Support.
just to support.
Yep.
Like even if I donated or it's just I just bought it. Like I'm not dating. He I bought a book. He got a book on dating and the men and knowing men. I'm not dating, so maybe when I do start dating, I'll pick it up. But I just bought it. Like he sent me that link, no problem. I'm on Amazon. Sent them back the confirmation, like bought it, bro. And then I left them reviews. Leave reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Support your. That's how we're gonna build back up the Black family.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Most definitely.
yeah. I mean, you got anything else to speak on it about?
No, that's about it. Really
All
just,
right.
being there, having each other's back, supporting each other, and just helping each other grow and prosper.
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
do more together. In the words of my late king, well, as I wrap this up, to united we stand, divided we fall. My husband used to have a rap song. I need a million black brothers marching in the streets. United we stand, divided we fall. We got to get it together, y'all.
Yeah.
Only the strongest survive. Um, Stay woke. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. Uh, Thank you guys for tuning in to our episodes, to our podcast this week. You can catch us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Anchor. I think I said Twitter, and let a black woman speak on it. So we see y'all again.